What's up, everybody? I hope you're doing very, very well, and thank you for tuning in for another episode of Whattadud. I got my main man, CJ, right there, and I got the man, the myth, the legend. He's your mom's favorite player's favorite player, and we're talking about Doc. Yes, sir. How are you doing, CJ? How you doing, Doc? What's going on?
Everything's good here.
Awesome.
I'm excited, man. We got Doc here again. We had a great show with him, talking some King Bang, talking football, talking about him, honoring him, giving his roses, which I thought was much appreciated, much well due. Like it's been overdue. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm excited, man. Let's get it. What is the topic today, Christian? What are we talking about?
So we got a very special episode. Our topic is going to be so controversial. I already know I'm going to get killed in the comments, killed on Twitter. I know I am, but it's okay. We're going to be talking about our top 5 sports movies of all time. Now, this is our personal list, people, so don't hate us. Don't kill Doc if it's something that's came out in the 60s or 80s or whenever. Don't kill him. Don't hate on him. You know, it's only something that inspired him. But top 5 sports movies is going to be awesome. And I think the way we're going to do it is I'm going to give my 5. Doc will give his 5, CJ will give his 5, and then we will just keep going around the horn as that. But before
one each or all 5?
Just one each.
Okay,
that's what we'll do.
Yeah, I got
and then you just give a little spiel about your movie. But before that, I got some Dutter Dandy questions for you.
Yes!
Now, the way this works, Doc, the way this works is I will ask you and CJ a separate question, and you just tell me if it's a dud or if it's a dandy. So, CJ, you're up first, okay?
Okay.
So, let's see here.
Oh, you don't have it prepared.
I do.
You trying to get me sweating?
Yeah, just a little bit.
All right, that's fine.
All right, so, what do you call it? McDonald's snack wrap. Is that a dud or a dandy?
McDonald's snack wraps is a damn dandy. I love those things. They're probably one of the best things you can get. Like really, the chicken at McDonald's is the best thing you can get there. Like either you get a chicken nugs, you get a snack wrap. If you would have said you remember these, the chicken selects back in the day, they don't do those. They haven't done those in a long time.
That was a long time ago, dude.
Those are goated. I don't even know they're back yet. I heard they were trying to bring back the snack wraps, but I don't go to
in certain states. They are in certain states. They definitely. You know, South Carolina and North Carolina are going to be last on that list because that's just what we do. All right, Doc.
The steak, egg, and cheese bagels supposed to be coming back soon, and those were a goddamn dandy as well.
I never had one, brother. So you can keep all that. You keep all that nastiness.
You ever had the McDonald's wings?
No, what?
What? Oh my!
Listen, McDonald's. If you're sponsoring CJ by himself, don't be selfish, okay? Sponsor all of us, all right?
No, because it's like it was. I remember it was the year that I guess I was in Maryland when this happened, but this is the year that Joe Flacco won the Super Bowl for Baltimore. And I remember I used to go to McDonald's get wings like every night, bro. I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna get some wings, I'm gonna get some cookies. So yeah. This is like 2 years post high school.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I've never seen that before, but hey, kudos to you. I hope they bring it back for the sake for your sake. All right, Doc. So my Dutter Dandy question for you is those kids that enter your athletic training room asking for an ankle tape up and you know damn well they ain't playing. Is that a dud or a dandy?
They're all duds. But it's fun to mess with them. I think one of my favorite things to do is just to mess with the kids because if they don't play much, they probably haven't been in there a whole lot. So they don't understand what's going on. So a lot of times I'll just have them do stupid shit where I'll just hand them a roll of tape and I'll tell them to hold it up. Just stand over there and hold that up there for me. And we're going to get that roll ready to wrap it on your ankle. And they'll just stand there and hold it. And so I'll go do something completely different, and I'll go work with somebody else, and I'll look over there, and he's bringing it down a little bit. I know you got to put that thing up, so they'll hold it up a little bit higher. And then once I finally feel like they've done it enough, then I'll actually help them out. But you got to have fun with them.
I know if we do this, the idea that we were talking about on the Hate to Pile On one, I better not see no alumni coming in there for no ankle tapes. I better not see not one person.
Let me get the wrist tape. Let me get the ankle tape. Hey, little armbands. Try to look raw.
Devon Higgins giving that speech before the game.
Oh, bro.
Yes, sir. That's all I remember. But
all
right,
tape sweep.
Y'all do what now?
We do a clean tape sweep at the end of the game. We walk down and we take note of whoever's tape looks clean at the end of the football game, and then they don't get tape next game.
Wow.
But we do it discreetly.
Hey, Doc is toxic. Now these kids are gonna watch this and they're gonna reach down, pick up some dirt, and rub it on their tape now. But all right, fellas, let's get into it. So my number 5 all-time sports movie for me is The Sandlot. That is my number 5 all day, every day. If you don't know, even the background of my phone, I have a baseball card of Benny the Jet Rodriguez. So I mean, you can't go wrong with The Sandlot. I mean, the storyline was kind of stupid, just a little bit. Just knock on the front door. What are we doing, kids? Like, what are we doing? Just knock on the front door and let's get the ball back. But no, man, growing up watching that movie, it was so cool to see, kids that kind of like us, when you're an athlete, you just play with your friends, doing your sport, whatever sport it may be, outside all day, every day, and, just having fun all summer. Because, all summer, all you're going to be doing is doing your sport with your friends and having fun, video games, whatever. But Sandlot is my number 5. And I promise you from here on out, guys, you're going to look at me like I'm crazy for the rest of my list. Just giving you that warning. But Doc, you're up. What is your number 5?
Being an Eagles fan, you have to go with Invincible.
Oh,
it's kind of a cool story background with Vince Papale.
Okay.
Making the team after a tryout. So,
shout out to Coach Bleems for being in there.
Bleems, yeah, he was drafted. Okay.
Yo, I still remember when he said he was like, in the movie they actually casted me as a black guy. I knew I was pretty tan back in the day, but goddamn.
He said he called Vince. He's like, hey, I thought I was supposed to be in it. And he was all excited. He went to the movie, him and Denise, his wife, they're going to go watch that. And they were looking for 67. And there he was. And it was a black guy.
Legendary. Legendary.
I'm so glad I got to play for Coach Bleems. He's my favorite coach.
Absolute legend.
100%. Yeah, so Invincible, that was definitely a cool movie to watch. I think what's cool about those stuff. 100%. Yeah. I think Mark Wahlberg did play him. I think what's cool about those type of movies is the accents, and you get to see the Philly pride, and obviously his girlfriend was a Giants fan and she was pretty cool too. And then you see the cars and them playing tackle football like in the mud in the rain. Like, it was just like cool to see that. And like right in the middle of the city. Like that was really cool to see. So that's his number 5. I hope someone's keeping up with this list or we just text each other. All right. Actually, Doc, what I'm forgetting to do. So the Sandlot for me, every movie you say, you got to rate it. So for me, the Sandlot is it's an 8.1. I give it an 8.1. Sandlot is an 8.1 to me. But what is so a scale out of 1 to 10. So what do you give Invincible?
I don't think any of these sports movies are that like great of movies, except for the Sandlot's definitely up there. I knew somebody put that one up there, so I give Invincible a solid 7.1.
Okay.
I think that's probably generous.
Like we said, it's your favorite sports movie, your top 5, But we will be posting this, so just know some heat might come your way. Just give you that heads up. But go ahead, CJ. What is your 5, my man? So
I have 7 movies, right, that I thought of because I was like, "Damn, this is good." So
100%.
I'm gonna figure I might combine one because they kind of similar, but whatever. But this might be controversial. Who knows? My number 5 is Dodgeball. I think Dodgeball is probably one of the greatest sports movies out, and it's just hilarious. Like Ben Stiller, Vince Vaughn, just great cast of characters. I believe they're doing a second one. I'm not.
They are,
100%
man.
sure.
They are. I think they are.
So I'm 1,000% here for that. I just think I don't know. It's just funny. I mean Ben Stiller is just probably one of the greatest actors. Like his range that he has is impeccable, especially Vince Vaughn too. Like I love like kind of like the comedic type actors who can like do drama and all that. But in Dodgeball, it was just the perfect blend of everything. I'm gonna give this a 7.9.
Okay. For her Dodgeball. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. 100%.
Our chain football used to do that on the sidelines from that movie when we got a first down.
Oh, really?
That's Jesus. Tough. There it is. All right. So number 4 on my list. This one's a combined one. Just giving you that heads up. And if I take one of your movies, I'm sorry. So number 4 on my list are the Rocky / Creed movies. 100%.
See, that's what I was gonna do too.
Yeah. So you got to give it to.
Pick one of them. Be fair.
All right, I'll pick Rocky. I love Rocky, man. Growing up, I think me and my dad are close, and I think that and the Bruce Lee films were like one of the films that me and him first bonded on. Like that's like as far as I can remember. And watching those Rocky movies with him, man, and it was so cool. Him telling me like, I remember going to this like when it first came out in theaters. I remember seeing this, and this, and him telling me like everybody kind of like ragged on the first Rocky movie and just thought it was hilarious, and then they just kept putting more out and it kept getting better and better. But the Rocky movie, man, and it's iconic. When you hear that theme song come on, you like, I don't know if kids nowadays know where it's from, but like instantly, oh, that's the Rocky song. Like instantly, like that's the Rocky song. Adrian, it's iconic, man. Rocky is iconic. So I mean,
high watch value of the Rocky movies for sure.
100%. He said, if he dies, he dies. I said, Jesus, who is this guy? What? Yeah, man, Rocky is my number 4, and I gotta give Rocky, man, probably like the whole series. I give it probably about an 8.6. The whole series, 100%. Okay. Yeah, it's just a really good series, man. You could like you said, man, you can rewatch this stuff over and over and over, and it's just awesome. Besides, the only one I don't
Rocky movie of all of them.
My favorite one.
Yeah.
It has to be the one when he goes back to LA with Apollo. Is that the third one? No, that's the second one. Because there's like 5. Because he's fighting Clubber Lang.
That's 3.
That's
I'm old.
3, yeah. But yeah, it has to. That one. Yeah, Thunderlips. Yeah, he does. That has to be my favorite one, just because he goes back to LA. Apollo's by his side. R.I.P. my man. He passed away in the movie. Spacing out on his name. His coach. Mick. And come to find out, Mick is in one of my Doc. You don't know this, but I'm a huge nerd, so I usually watch the old Batman TV series, Adam West ones, and Mick was the Penguin and those old Batman ones, dude. And I was like, what? I recently just found it out. I was like, what? But yeah, man, the third one, 100%, 100%. Oh yeah. You can't see out of your left eye. I said, gee, okay.
What are we waiting for?
But yeah, the third one. So yeah, Doc, what is your number 4, my man?
I had to shift around a little bit. I like this one because it's just stupid. It's a bowling movie. It's called Kingpin.
Yes. That's a good movie.
That's the one where they find the Amish guy that can bowl.
Right.
And Woody Harrelson lost his hand in a match with Bill Murray. And it's just like a lot of great one-liners throughout the whole movie. The fact that he has to sleep with his old lady landlord to make rent, and then he's throwing up while she's taking a crap afterwards.
Oh man!
And every time he looks in the rear view mirror, she's like, yeah, there's just so much in that movie. Then that one, the hot lady that's in it, like she's trying to act like she's trying to help the guy, and he's like, just because you spend most of your time in the missionary position doesn't make you a missionary. That's just a great.
Jesus. Oh boy,
that's a great one.
Jesus, I've never seen that movie, but I might have to watch that for that one liner.
That used to just come on like TV for me, and I remember watching it. Like I watched it a lot when I was younger, but I haven't seen it in years now. But like that movie has stuck out with me too. Like
yeah, you know, Cousin Eddie from the Christmas Vacation movie. Yeah, I think he's the Amish guy that's the bowler. I think so.
Let's see, Kingpin. Let's see,
Bill Murray's in it.
What do you rate it, my man?
I'd say that's a 7.4.
Okay.
It's just, but it's just so stupid. But it's just there's always a line or two that just keeps it going.
First thing that pops.
The old lady, yeah, that's her.
First thing that
she says in the one thing afterwards, like, I don't know what it is. There's something about great sex that makes you want to crap. And then she's sitting on the toilet while he's throwing up.
Ladies, that does not give you the permission to do that after we do business. That does not give you the permission to do that. No. All right, CJ, what's your number 4, my man?
This is tough. I'm gonna go with We Are Marshall.
I knew it'd be on somebody's list. I just had a feeling it was going to be on somebody's list.
I remember the first time watching that movie, it got me emotional. I'm not even going to lie to you. I kind of cried towards the end. Like, just like that whole story, because it's based off a true story. And just like, it's such a sad occurrence, but when you see a team rally behind each other, like when you see them do it for your brothers, your fallen brothers, man, like it's really strong, and I thought it was great. I think it was Matthew McConaughey is in it, I believe. Let me double check.
Yeah, it's him.
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey's the coach.
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey, Matthew Fox, Anthony Mackie is in it. So great movie. Highly recommend watching. Definitely, get your tissue ready because you'll definitely will shed a couple tears. Because I 100%. Did. I'm gonna give this movie 8.1.
All right, that's a high rating for CJ because CJ be stingy with his ratings sometimes. Right. But I get it though. Hey, you like what you like. I get no worries. Sorry, so we're going to number 3. Number 3 for me is you got Denzel Washington and you got Ray Allen, and He Got Game. That is one of my all-time favorite movies. Man. Hey, that movie. Exactly. Jesus Shuttlesworth, baby. It was just a great movie.
That'd be tough.
Yeah, man. It was just a great movie, just the storyline, Pops kills his mom. If you have, sorry, spoilers alert, if you haven't seen this movie, I'm sorry, but if you haven't seen it, then just go see it, I guess.
If you haven't seen it by now.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it by now, then can't.
But there's
can't
also
talk
younger people. There's some younger folks who listening. So
I would not recommend this movie for younger people. There's a lot of things in it that you should not be seeing. Depends on how young you are. But yeah, his pops kills his mom. His pops goes to jail. Warden wants his inmate, who's his dad's son, to go play at this school. And this is when tampering is just starting to just full on just start to happen. And he sees his dad and everything. And it's just a great movie. You get to see him. All these schools want him. All what happens like at that one school, at that tech school. Rick Fox is in it. I think he's in it. He's the guy that shows him around campus and everything. Rick Fox. What's the girl's name? Rosia? She's Lala, his girlfriend, the girl that's in the Luke Cage stuff and Jessica Jones and Rosia Dawson.
Yeah, Dawson. Rosie. Yeah. That's right.
Rosie Dawson. She's in there too, but a young her. That thing. Oof, Lord
She's been in a
Jesus.
lot.
Whew.
All right, relax.
Hey, she is fine. She is fine.
She is.
But yeah, man, it's a great movie, man. Basketball, college, doing the right things, and I think the whole thing of it is just, forgiveness, just, things may happen to people, but you also got to learn how to forgive and be above it. And it was also just a selfless movie as well, because he ends up going to the school that his dad wants him to go to. But then the warden doesn't let his dad out. So, it was just, yeah. But yeah, he got Game, one of my favorite movies. And I'm going to give it probably about an 8.8, honestly, man. It's such a great movie to me. Doc, do you remember going to the movies, seeing this movie or anything?
Yeah, that's been a while ago. I remember the premise of it, but I think I watched it the one time in the theater, and I think that might have been it. Yeah, there's a lot to choose from on this list. That's definitely honorable mentions.
100. I got so many honorable mentions, it's not even funny. But yeah, Doc. So for you, what is your number 3, my man? What is the number 3?
It's a combo because it's basically the same movie, but two different sports. Waterboy and Happy Gilmore.
Yes.
I love that Doc's going for the comedy side.
It's basically the same movie, but just different sports, like two angry Adam Sandler characters. And they're both just Waterboy a little bit more than Happy Gilmore, but they're you can't go wrong with either one of those.
Great movies.
Great movie. He said, "Wake her old ass up. We got a game tomorrow." I said, "Jesus."
I love Vicky very much. She showed me her boobies.
I like it very much.
And I love her
too. Captain Insano shows no mercy.
What's wrong with you? The
medulla oblongata. I said, just why don't you go home? Don't you want to go home, ball? Just go home. Yeah. Apollo Creed plays in that. I just realized that. I don't know his real name, but the guy that plays Apollo Creed's in that too.
My mama said alligator. They are so angry because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush.
Well, folks, Mama's wrong again.
You're wrong, Colonel Sanders. Mama's right.
It's okay. Coach Klein said I can hit anybody. It's okay. It's okay.
Coach said I could. Oh gosh.
Coach Klein said I could. But okay, man, Waterboy and Happy Gilmore. Heck yeah. Those are classics, honestly. But we had a little talk earlier, like in a while back, me and CJ did Doc about Adam Sandler taking on these serious roles nowadays. And it is just insane what he's doing to the game right now. Have you seen Uncut Gems?
I've not seen that. I haven't seen his two newest. But
I'm telling you, Doc, once you watch it, they are amazing. They are amazing. Like it's Uncut Gems it's so crazy once you figure out the plot and everything. But him taking on this serious role is just insane. Like if I could, I would put it. If it would have came out in 2022, I would have put it in my list of top movies. But it is an amazing. Everybody I recommend to go watch it, they come back and they're just like, I never thought I'd say I need more serious roles from Adam Sandler. Like you just never thought you needed it, but it's super fun. It's super fun.
I just remember Jim Carrey trying to do serious roles, and that didn't quite work out. So,
no. He trumps. He does amazing, man. He does amazing with it. 100%.
I guess if I had to rate those two, I'd give them both the same score because, like I said, they're the same movie, but they're a solid 8.5. Those are just classics that you can watch over and over.
Gotcha.
Man, I can't believe he put Happy Gilmore and Waterboy. God, man, those are just so good.
I've had conversations with people who hate Adam Sandler, and I'm like, man. What? And they're like, well, because I went to film school, so like, obviously everyone's like, oh, like this art film, whatever. But I was like, have you even seen like when I asked him like, hey, have you even seen like Happy Gilmore or Waterboy? He's like, no. They just bring up like what is it? I guess new
Grown Ups.
Click or Grown Ups or Jack and Jill, whatever.
Oh man, what are they doing?
You know what's underrated is Little Nicky.
100%. 100%.
That's the most underrated Adam Sandler movie there is.
8 Crazy Nights. Oh man,
Popeye's chicken's fucking awesome.
Have you saw what was it Punch Drunk Love or something like that? It was like a series he did like when he was younger.
I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that movie a lot. But even his like Netflix stuff that he does. I mean, some of it's kind of like the Ridiculous Six. That was really bad, but it was funny. But like I really like Murder Mystery with him and Jennifer Aniston. That was a fun movie to watch.
What's the one that Gabby likes? Is that the zombie one when they eat? Is that him or is that Drew Barrymore?
No, Drew Barrymore has the I think it's like she had a show.
Yeah.
Called, but it was like a thing.
But
next movie,
yes, sir.
To progress this thing, I don't know what I think. I'm gonna skip Creed. Creed is there, but because you said Rocky, I'm gonna go something different. I
understand. I understand. I hope you say one because yeah, no worries. I understand.
I'm gonna go Coach Carter.
Thank God, dude, because it's not on my list, and I really needed someone to say it, so I didn't get trashed. So we didn't get trashed as a whole.
Coach Carter is probably one of my favorite it's definitely one of my favorite basketball movies before recently.
Doc,
I love Samuel Jackson.
You're not hearing me, Doc. You're not hearing me.
It's like I don't know. Samuel Jackson's just a GOAT. He's a GOAT at what he does. And obviously, like it was like the toughness, like getting the team to buy in. And I just love this sports because like obviously growing up playing sports, it's like when you get kind of taste back into that culture of like people having to make sure to buy in, coach whose heart knows like you gotta work, you gotta grind. Like I forget what dude name was, but when he want to get off the team. He left the team, but trying to get back on, he had to do like 1,000 sprints and push-ups and
Cruz,
yeah, like insane. But then also the team was like, "No, we'll do it with you." Oh. Man, gosh. But also honorable mention of really good basketball movies is The Way Back Home with what's his name? He played
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
That was a good movie too. That was a good movie too.
That's like an honorable mention. That was really fun. But I wish they did more with it, but it was a good movie.
Dude, man, you're bringing back memories of Coach Carter, man. Oh boy, when his cousin got shot and he showed up at the house, I ain't about to lie, bro. That made me cry, bro. That was the first time I ever cried at a Samuel L. Jackson movie. And I was just like, yo, he was like, whatever I gotta do, I'll do it. And he was like, what's wrong? He said, it was just happened so fast. They shot him. Whatever you gotta do, I'll do it. I said, yo, and he started crying, bro. I was like, it makes me like blessed that I didn't have to grow up in situations like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
Like it's just intense, man. That man said, what did he say? He said, they had a press conference outside the gym, and one of the players was laughing. They was like, "What you laughing at?" He said, well, you thought it was bad. We knew your dumb ass was failing science. Not a whole world about to know your dumb ass is failing science. Oh man, yo, that was crazy.
The boys was sick when he locked that gym up, boy.
Oh, sick! I'm hurting. And his mom showed up at the shop because he quit the basketball team. He said, "I don't know who you think you are, quitting basketball like you pay rent. You gonna run every one of them laps too." I said, "Geez, man." But hey, Coach Carter's a good one, bro. Coach Carter's a good one.
For my rating, I'm gonna give it a 8.8.
Okay. All right. Okay. I see what we're doing here. Okay. Is the other basketball movie you're referring to, is that on your list?
It is.
Thank God. All right, so the next one on my list, number 2 for me, it's a golf movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, honestly, and it's the greatest game ever played with Shia LaBeouf. I feel like Shia LaBeouf gets no love past Transformers for some reason, but I think he is an awesome actor. Basically, and I think is
Peanut Butter Falcon. Peanut Butter Falcon.
Is that what the mentally challenged?
Yes,
dude, I want to watch it so bad. I just keep forgetting the name. Oh, dude, he is
on Amazon. I'm pretty sure Amazon Prime.
That got to be a watch soon, man. But then greatest game ever played. Shia LaBeouf is a golfer, a young kid, and basically he's just trying to. It's in like the early 1900s, 100%. And he's just trying to win be accepted by his father, because his father's just like, why do you waste your time on this game? You should be out there getting a job, finding a wife, doing all that stuff. And the mom is just like, all he wants to do is just make you happy and all that kind of stuff. And he just went. It's such a great movie, man. And it's a young Shia LaBeouf too, but not. I think it's like 2005 or 2007 it came out. But it is such a great movie, man. If you guys watch it, let me know what you think. But I'm a sucker for a golf movie, man. That and my all-time favorite movie is The Legend of Bagger Vance with Will Smith and Matt Damon. That golf movie, man. I read the book and dude, it's a great watch. I think they're both on Disney Plus, but our greatest game is on Disney Plus. But it's a great movie, man. I love it a lot. But I give this movie, man, a straight up 9.1, dude. It's one of my greatest favorite movies of all time. All right, Doc, number 2. I know y'all didn't expect me to have a golf movie on there, but what you got number 2 on there?
I had to shuffle around a little bit because I got Rocky taken out and the others. So I gotta go old school basketball and go with Hoosiers.
Ooh.
Okay. I didn't know if I was gonna get crickets there for a second.
Nah, dude, nah, man. Hey, what did he say?
You got some range.
Yeah. What did he say?
The old white man demographic up in here, so I gotta throw out the Hoosiers.
Nah, bro. He said, if I play, will y'all keep coach or something like that? Yeah. Oh man, that was a good movie, man. Yeah. That was such a good movie.
I gotta have my rewatch.
Jimmy.
I think it's about time for me to start playing basketball again, and then that's if I play, 100%. Coach stays. Yeah,
man, that was such a good movie.
Old school Midwest basketball. It's just one of those early movies you remember, like when you're younger, that kind 100%. Of stick with you a little bit. And so that's kind of why I threw that out there.
Hoosiers, man.
Come around. And they got one guy that's drunk.
The coach, the assistant coach. Yeah. Or he became an assistant coach. Yeah,
with his little booklet. Like that was like something. Mm-hmm. Like he had the plays in his little booklet sitting there. Come around the picket fence.
That was a good movie, man.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't put Hoosiers on there. I forgot all about it. Again, that was one of the movies I watched with my dad at points in times in my life. And that was a good. Have you seen it, CJ?
Yeah, I've seen. It's been a while since I've seen it.
It's been a long time since I've seen that thing.
But it's on HBO Max, guys. So if you guys do want to watch it now, you can watch it on HBO Max.
What was the coach's name? Like his real name in real life? Like
Gene Hackman.
Yeah.
Wait, Doc, didn't you grow up in Indiana?
Nah, South Dakota. It's all the same.
Even more. Hey, can we talk for a quick second? Are the Dakotas the greatest state to have football? Like to master the game of football?
Maybe an offensive lineman. But
I mean, just think of like North Dakota State, South Dakota State. South Dakota State won the FCS championship this year, but like North Dakota State was just winning it for like a dynasty, like team-wise. I mean, they do football pretty well up there.
They do, and they kind of have to go over and above with facilities-wise to attract people up to there. So I think that helps some. And then you're kind of the only big program around. Nobody really wants to go to Nebraska anymore. Minnesota's never really been that good. So you kind of have the pull of that whole area up there in the Midwest. So if you can get a good thing going, you can pull from about 5 or 6 states there.
That's true.
Let me tell you something, Doc. I was such a believer in March Madness. The South Dakota State Jackrabbits.
Me too. 2 losses.
Man, I was such and then they played who? Providence or somebody first round, and
Yeah.
I had them, and that was my sleeper team.
That was your sleeper pick. I remember we did your
Yeah,
pick.
bro. And then they
Sweet
wet
16
the
for me.
bed, bro. They
Yeah.
wet the bed, and it really made me mad because I love basketball. I watch all types of basketball, but all year I was keeping up with them because, like, I don't know, I found them out. Like, I probably started watching them maybe 3-4 years ago. But that last year's team, dude, they would be down by like 20 points and just start shooting the lights out of the gym, dude.
They were undefeated in the region play or whatever you want to call it, conference play.
And they
shit
let,
that-
yeah, man. But even now, North Dakota State got a NBA draft prospect, their center. He's like a 6'11" guy, and he's dunking on people and shooting threes.
Yeah.
I said, gee, hey, don't be sleep out there, people.
No, their facilities
But
are
I'm always
great. And like I said, they can pull from everywhere. They'll pull internationally if they have to, especially with basketball. But it's kind of a well-kept secret, I guess. Maybe not for long if they keep making appearances.
100%. South Dakota State Jackrabbits. I need me a shirt. I need me something. Heck,
I got a few. When I go home next time, I will hook you up.
Please do, man. I need a South Dakota State Jackrabbits, man.
Even the USD Coyotes.
Hey, there it is. So did you give a rating, Doc?
I didn't, but I'll give that one pretty high one, like an 8.5.
Okay. All right. Gene Hackman. Yes, sir.
Pulling that young lady, young teacher. Old man coming into town.
All right, CJ, man, it's up to you. What is your number 2? You got the floor.
All right, here we go. My number 2 movie on my list is Hustle.
Hey, Doc, you got to go see it, Doc.
You got to watch this on Netflix. Adam Sandler. This was Adam Sandler's love letter to basketball. This was a passion project for him because we know how much Adam Sandler loves basketball. We know he can ball. And this was literally him finding like, hey, like this is something I love and I'm going to do my damnedest. So many NBA players. It's around the 76ers, Philadelphia 76ers. They got Doc Rivers. Like they got people in this movie. They have Anthony Edwards in this movie.
So many people, bro.
Anthony Edwards is a dog in this movie.
What's his name? Cricket?
I forget what his name is. It was kind of funny though.
It had to be Cricket. I mean, I'll look it up. You're good.
All right, but yeah, it's such a great movie. I think it just climbed up. It was just such a feel-good movie. Queen Latifah's in it. And I don't know, you can see the passion. You get to see like from the scouting side of what a coach does, having to go all over the world to try to find talent for your team, to try to recruit, to draft, to sign, to get under the waiver and stuff like that. And I thought it was a really cool look at the basketball that you don't really see. Like obviously you see it from the team perspective, like get my team good, like get guys to be here. But like, no, like from a scout, from an assistant coach perspective, I thought that was a really smart decision. And it was just phenomenal. So phenomenal movie. Adam Sandler did great. And I'm going to give this movie a 9.1.
Ooh.
So very good.
I might have to go rewatch it tonight, honestly, bro. That movie is such a banger, man. His name was Kermit.
Yes, Kermit.
Kermit was the dude.
Actually, a funny story was, so it was a scene in the movie that they had to keep reshooting because Anthony Edwards didn't want what was it? What's his name in the movie? Vanchero.
Bo Cruz.
Bo Cruz. They didn't want him. He didn't want to get dunked on in the movie. Like he wasn't going to let it happen. So he just kept blocking. So he had to keep retaking it. So he was like a real life like villain, even when he was with Anthony Edwards. So I thought that was pretty cool hearing about that. So yeah, 9.1.
Yeah, Doc, you really got to watch Hustle and Uncut Gems, man. You'll be blown away with the acting that Adam Sandler puts on. And to piggyback what you said, CJ, like it was cool to see the size of the recruiting and him being away from his family and all that kind of stuff. We're not gonna give you any spoiler alert because I really want you to go see that movie go watch that movie, Doc. Man, Hustle is your number 2. Hey, there it is. If it's not written down, I don't believe you. So my number 1, CJ, you might know this, probably won't. Maybe you will. I think you will. The Mighty Ducks. That's just my number 1, dude. I love the Mighty Ducks. I love the Mighty Ducks.
That's not a shocker.
Yeah. I love the Mighty Ducks. Cake Eater. That is like my all-time favorite thing.
Together.
The flying V always works. I don't care what sport you're in. It's gonna work. I don't care what sport you're in. It was such a good movie to me, man. They made a TV series out of it as well. That's pretty funny as well on Disney Plus. But yeah, just watching those kids grow up, watching those guys grow up, Coach Bombay, Conway, Adam Banks, Hall, like you just got them all, man. And that's just personally is just when I think of sports movie, that's the first one I think of. Mighty Ducks, something I just grew up watching 24/7, man.
That's an old movie.
It's the 90s, man. It's old to you.
Every time I think of the Mighty Ducks, I always think of the movie Heavyweights. Because I think some of the kids are like, one of the kids are in it. I think Goldberg or whatever. I think he's in it. They're in both of them. So that's why I always think about it. It's just funny to me.
It's so old. I took my girlfriend to it in high school. I remember that.
Your girlfriend that's not your spouse currently?
Correct.
Yeah, he said, yeah, all right, that's enough. He said, that's enough.
Why
That's enough.
I took her to the Mighty Ducks.
Man, yeah, man, Mighty Ducks, man. I got a Conway jersey. I'm working on getting the Hall jersey. I really want an Adam Banks jersey, man, but him on the Hawks one, not with the Mighty Ducks. Number 9. I want him on I want him on I want him on the Hawks with his old team. So yeah. What's your number 2, Doc? I mean, what's your number 1, I should say?
We're on number 1. All right. Been shuffling. Remember the Titans.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wait, what did you say? I couldn't hear it.
Remember the Titans.
Oh, remember the Titans. I'm glad someone put it on there. I'm glad someone did. It was not on my list. And I knew I was going to get flamed for it if I didn't do it.
No, that's just a great movie for a million different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I just think it shows like how sports is always ahead of society a little bit on things as far as, going with the whole race angle with that movie and kind of how they brought 2 schools together and how it can work. I think like sports is always ahead of things on that. It's always a brotherhood. It doesn't matter who you are and where you're from when you're on a team 100%. Together like that. That's why I like being part of sports. It kind of takes you away from the shit, which is natural or normal day-to-day
100%
society.
And it's kind of cool too because us being young, and Doc, obviously you were younger when the movie came out as well, and you see the actors that are in it, and you see Denzel, now he's older. Hayden Panettiere, she's older. The guy that plays Julius, yeah, she grown. She grown. The one that plays Julius, him being in the Creed films now, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just crazy, man. It's just, and like you said, there's so many notches that they hit during that movie, and so many messages that were hit, and man, it was just such a great movie. And I think I told CJ this because I told him I rewatched it maybe a few months ago. As a kid, you're watching it as just a football movie. That's just how it is. And then you rewatch it as an adult, and you're like the mind games that he was playing, the courage that he had, the fact that he didn't care whether you were black or white, and in which the black community was like, oh, he has our back, like he's gonna be our guy. And he's like, no, like I love y'all, but the best player will play on the field. And it was just an awesome. And then the girl, she didn't want to shake Julia's hand, and then she finally shakes it. It's just man, it was just such a great film, man. It was such a great film for sure.
this could be kind of crazy. I don't know if you might agree with me, but for some reason, this comparison kind of like I have this comparison, but like Coach Bill Yost in the movie, the defensive coordinator, does he give you Coach Zaire vibes? Is that just me? Why? Like I feel like those two just resonate like similar because obviously they both on the defense
because of the
ball,
accent.
Like, I was just saying, it's the voice.
Yeah, it's the voice. It's the voice.
He doesn't say I'm going to punch you in the fucking throat or anything like that, but he still gives off that same
right.
Yeah, that's like I always
upstate
get that.
Playing. Yeah,
Right.
Man,
both excellent coaches,
100%.
Hall of Famers.
For sure.
I gotta see how they're doing. I gotta look up like on their real life, like see if those guys are still around doing things for the community, or he just relaxing. Man, I would love to visit the town, honestly, just to see just to go to a game if it's still at the stadium.
It's like Virginia, right?
I think it's Virginia. I think so.
I think it's like Lynchburg, Virginia, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I don't know if we're going to that one, my guy.
I forget. The battle.
We're bringing Doc with us, or somebody. Somebody got to say we were cool. We're bringing Doc with us. We definitely ain't bringing Skip Bayless because we already know what's going to happen if we bring Skip.
I talk about that. That's
awesome. Remember the Titans.
That's a 9-4.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. That's cool.
Like
all right, CJ, you rounded it up. And then after this one, each of us are going to give one honorable mention that didn't make the list. But all right, CJ, you got the floor. What's your number one?
My number one was Remember the Titans. That was my number one all-time.
Okay.
I will give a alternate number one.
Okay.
Just because I want to be silly. And I think we have to talk about this movie because it's so iconic and up for the culture. And like it's meant so much to me, but also so many kids and people in the Charlotte area, particularly. Talladega Nights, one of the greatest movies, because I have done some work for NASCAR, and NASCAR is so huge around here. And so, I mean, obviously, like NASCAR Hall of Fame's in Charlotte and the racetrack and everything like that. Like, but that movie is hilarious. Will Ferrell, Shake and Bake, Ricky Bobby. I mean, it was such a quotable movie. I mean, if you're not first, you're last. Like, I'm jacked up on Mountain Dew. Like,
jacked up on Mountain Dew.
It's just hilarious. It's just a great movie.
Heck
High
yeah,
rewatch
man.
value. And you know what? For the sake of this, I'm giving it a 9-2.
Heck
God
yeah,
damn it.
man.
That was one of those movies where you watch it like the third and fourth and fifth time, you like pick up on something different that you missed the first few times.
Right.
And it just gets better and better every time you watch it.
Oh,
Facts.
man.
That's prime Will Ferrell too. Like, because like I can't remember if Step Brothers came out yet or not around this time, but it was like around that Step Brothers time where he's just still just prime Will Ferrell, just still cranking him out, just hilarious, and it's such a great movie. Such a great, and I think people still quote that movie to this day. Like, especially a lot of NASCAR fans. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Shake and Bake, baby, let's go. Like, it's so iconic.
Shake and bake. Yo, that had me every time, bro.
The commercials during it that they would show where he would do Big Red.
Yeah.
What did he say? Bobby, you can walk. No, I can't. It's like, yo, that dude had me, dude. Can it, old man? Oh man, Talladega Nights. That is definitely it's gonna hit my rotation again to rewatch that 100%. Talladega Nights. All right. So, do you have another honorable mention before I say mine? Or I can say mine and while you find yours.
I'm just gonna say Creed because we separated. Creed is one of my favorite movies. I wouldn't have had it first, but I think Talladega Nights is just funnier. But Creed, I think what they're doing to carve their own path, I think is legendary. I hope they continue this series, Rocky to Creed to someone else. Like, I would love to see this go on forever, just because like this series has been the underdog, fighting for your life, fighting to get to the top. Like, it's a principle that will never get old. It's something
100%.
that everybody can relate to, whether you're a sports fan. We had Gabby watch. She's also part of the show. She watched Creed for the first time, and we did a review.
She loved it.
And she loved it. She's not a big sports person, so that's how powerful that movie is.
Granted, it was because Michael B. Jordan had his shirt off 98% of the time, so therefore, she was.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do to get him in the door.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Because Tessa Thompson, Lord, she is my queen. I think one movie for me that I really wanted to put on my list, but I just couldn't. Blue Chips. I really love that movie, man. Baby. Oh man, have you seen it, CJ?
I don't think I have.
Oh man,
when you said Blue Chips, I was thinking Chippendale or Chips, like the cop movie, like the funny cop movie just now. That's what I was thinking about.
Oh boy, so this is actually one of the first movies. I won't say one of the first movies, but it's a coach, and he has Penny Hardaway, and Shaq, and I don't know the other kid. I don't know if he was a real big time player. And he tampered and like paid them and did things for their families and stuff. And then he got caught. But before he got caught, he just ratted on himself anyways, And it was such a funny movie, and it was such a good movie too, man. And one of his best players, he like storms into their room at a party and said like, "Did you shave points?" And like it was just like he just knew like money, like the sports is gonna have to change for his team to be able to get top-notch players at their school. Because I think what was happening was they like told him, hey, if you don't have a winning season, we're gonna fire you or something like that. And he got Shaq, he got Penny. Man, it was so cool, man. It was such a good movie. I really wish I could put that on my list. But yeah, Blue Chips.
Nick Nolte was the coach. Old actor.
Yeah, he was a good actor.
A little intense in all of his roles.
100%.
Okay.
But what about you? What about you, Doc? What's your honorable mention here?
I had to shuffle around a little bit. I did have Talladega Nights on the list. I put that and Semi-Pro together.
Semi-Pro
is a goat movie.
But I'd have to go with Caddyshack. Go old school.
Caddyshack.
Ooh, yeah.
I've never seen Caddyshack.
Really?
And I've never seen it. I've never seen it, but I want to.
It's a classic. That's one of those where you watch it a lot when you're younger. I haven't watched it in a while, so I don't know if it was actually really that good or if it was just an old movie. But you can't go wrong.
That's how we probably feel about Like Mike. It's probably a great movie. It's probably a great movie when we were walking up when we were growing up.
Oh, what about?
You're probably like.
Actually, that would put Rebound.
Ooh, Martin Lawrence. Ooh.
That was actually a pretty solid movie. That was
One Love, and that was my guy. One Love, hey.
He's like, nobody put Space Jam down.
That's true.
Yeah, I just
the one with LeBron, right?
Oh, shit, no. All right. All right. Here we go. But yeah, you guys gotta watch. Well, have you seen Greatest Game Ever Played, Doc?
No. I got that.
Watch that or The Legend of Bagger Vance, man. Legend of Bagger Vance is a more deeper movie, but it's Will Smith, Matt Damon. It's a great movie.
I've seen that.
Really, really great movie. But
another one I'm surprised nobody put was Rudy.
Dude, and I was gonna say, Vince Vaughn was in it. A young Vince Vaughn was in it.
I have qualms about Rudy because of the fact that it's like no one liked him in real life. Yeah. So it's like the person that no one liked also gets this movie, gets his fame, gets to rewrite history. I'm like, look,
I wanted to like him.
Yeah. So it's just like,
Doc, my mom says hello. She says you did big things for everybody. He says hello. Okay, now. All right.
Kiss.
Jesus. He sends his love. Okay. All right. He's a married man. 4 kids. Get it out of here. But yeah. Are we done? Are we good? Does anyone else have any other things that they want to say on here?
I just want to say that one of the biggest things why a lot of these sports movies are so great is because they have great acting. Some of the great leads really made it. So a lot of people might not think sports movies are great cinema, but like sports movies, I think are great because they really resonate with everybody, and they can touch everybody with the stories that they tell and what people have to come through and overcome. It's just through the medium of sports, through cinema, that makes them great and iconic. Just like Doc, because Doc is the GOAT. We appreciate you for
100%.
giving us your time and hanging out with us and reminiscing, man. It was a great day.
I enjoyed
100%. 100%. Well, guys, thank you for tuning in. And let us know on our Twitter page at Whattadud Pod. What are your top 5 favorite movies, or give us just one of your favorite sports movies of all time. And check out one of the ones that we've said on here. Maybe you'll love them as much as we do. But thank you for watching. You can check us out on Hate to Pylon on YouTube and watch this live, not live, but you can watch this on the video form. But thank you again. I'm Christian. This is CJ, and down there is Doc. And just remember, Doc is your favorite player's favorite player. And we're out.